So as all you know, around all the allegations around what's been happening with Call Me Carson, you all know that. But there is all of a sudden very real possibility that he is innocent in all this. That that there's a chance that he could not be charged with much of anything. And the reason this being is that Call Me Carson, he lives in Indiana. And if you look up like the laws of consent that are in the state of Indiana, most states it's 18, and if it's anything below 18, for example, that's technically illegal. But for Carson in Indiana, the age is actually 16, and what's calling Carson 19, the girl being 17. In the state of Indiana, that is actually legal. So that's not doing anything wrong. But it really depends where the girl lives. And if she lives in Indiana, it's completely 100% legal. A bit weird, in my opinion, but it's still legal, and we have to respect that. Now, there were some instances where Carmen Carson was in California for filming videos. For example, when he did the Try Not to Laugh with Smosh, and then him and the Lunch Club also did Try Not to Laugh back in 2019, I think. Yeah, and so what happened is that in some of the chats on Discord, he says, "When do you turn 18?" and stuff like that, and and now, it could be either he was in California during this time doing this, and in California it would be illegal because the age is 18 and not 16 like in Indiana. But it could be true that Carson was just fully unaware of the laws in Indiana, and maybe he was just worried. But if that's the case, then what he was doing is completely illegal. Of course, like I said, it depends where the girl lives. The 17-year-old. Well, now 18. Depends on where she lives. It's very possible that they could have met in high school, guys. They could have met in the state of Indiana. That is so. There's nothing wrong with what Carson did. A bit weird, obviously, yes, but completely illegal. But of course, it depends where this all went down. And if this was in Indiana, it's completely fine, which is very, that's crazy to think about. Um, So he could be innocent. Just keep that in mind. But of course, we don't have all the facts. And the thing is, since this was around 2 years ago, um, it's also weird that the girl herself didn't come out about this until now. And that's weird, considering this happened, 2 years ago, and she didn't come out till now. That seems a little bit weird. So my understanding is that there's multiple reasons that this could be. So when this probably happened, Call Me Carson had far less subscribers. I think he might have been close to 1 million when this happened. So he's getting the money, but not as nearly as much as he has now. And now he has over 3 million subscribers, and his peak before, of course, all this was 3.34. And I think she was coming about. It's a possibility that this person could have come about this now for money, of course, because now he has far more subscribers than when this occurred, and she could use it for attention, for money, for any of this. It's a very big possibility. And since no one else has come out about this since then, it's a very big possibility that Carson has not done it. He has apologized to them in private. He hasn't done this since then. He's improved upon himself, and it's revealed that he was taking antidepressants and stuff like that for his mental health. And honestly, I think right now what he needs to be doing is seeing a therapist about his mental health. I really worry for Carson in this situation. But Carson, if you end up watching this and you can confirm that this all happened when you were in Indiana, then dude, you're fine. It's all really about the girl. If she was in Indiana, she's fine as well. If she's in a different state, that different laws. Because there are some states with laws with 17, by the way. But if she's in a state, for example, California, she's in trouble. But not Carson, because he would have been in Indiana. And also, even if he sent her something in Discord that was in California, if it was something like, "What are you doing?" or "How are you doing?" that's not illegal. That's just a normal conversation, guys. So, honestly, But based on all this, Carl McCarson could be innocent. And technically, he is innocent until proven guilty. That's just a fact. Because right now it's just allegations, accusations, all that. And yeah, it's just yeah, we can't keep saying that he's just completely guilty of this because if this all occurred in the state of Indiana, it's completely legal. It's 16 in Indiana. And I think that's Carson, because I'm pretty sure Carson's only aware of the laws in Indiana because that's where he lives. And you can't blame him for not knowing the laws of California because why would he know the laws of California if he doesn't live in California, right? So, honestly, based on this, I think right now the evidence is slightly leaning towards him actually being innocent because the chances of him doing this in California and not Indiana are extremely low. Guys, we should definitely be leaning towards this happening in Indiana because Carson, he's just probably not aware of the laws of consent in either of the states. Like, so if you're watching this, Indiana, it's 16. So what you did in there was legal, technically. It's technically legal. And yeah, what it could be is possession, I guess, of child pornography. I don't know. But that's the worst case scenario in this one, guys. He could very well not be charged with anything. Besides, this could all be fake. That could be a totally fake Discord conversation. But although Schlatt and, Hugbox, Travis, they've come out and talked about like Carson's mental health and this being more or less true. So the conversations are more than likely true. Um, but like, are any of these guys familiar with the laws of consent in Indiana? Because I looked it up and it is 16. If this was in California, then yes, it is illegal, unfortunately. But for one, it's not pedophilia. I don't know why people say it's pedophilia. It's not even close. Consider grooming, it could be considered, but if he did this, like I said, in Indiana, no, it's none of that. It's none of that. It's totally legal. So it's really tough to decipher where the situation is at right now. For now, technically, he's innocent until proven guilty, of course. Um, so we don't have all the facts. Once we get all the facts, it'll for sure decipher whether he's innocent or guilty. But right now, I honestly think that if this is in Indiana, then CallMeCarson is innocent. That is currently what I think and about that situation. And for anyone who's saying he's in jail and got arrested, that has not happened yet. Stop using clickbait for views, guys. That's not what happened yet. But yeah, based on what has been going around now, he could be innocent. He very well could be due to laws of consent in Indiana. It just depends if he did this in California. It depends where the girls live. We don't have all the facts. But based on the fact CallMeCarson lives in Indiana and working for Innocent in Indiana, and it's more or less going his way, like favor. It's in CallMeCarson's favor, guys. And I'm really hoping that this is a best case scenario because, as you guys know, I'm a fan of CallMeCarson. I love his content, and I think right now what we need to do is focus on the positives in such a difficult time for Carson and his fans, myself right now. And it seems that CallMeCarson, I will say it again, not a bad guy, good guy. He just made a stupid decision. And if it was in Indiana, it wasn't the best decision, but it's technically legal. And yeah, it's once again, we don't have all the facts. But guys, just remember, he could be innocent to the laws of consent in Indiana. It very well could be. So that's something that you have to grasp around. Like when Keemstar first posted about this, he practically called him a pedophile. Like, what are you doing, Keemstar, my guy? Like, that's not pedophilia. That's barely grooming, especially if it's in Indiana. Because I'll say for the thousandth time, due to laws of consent, it's legal if it was in India. In California, that's a whole nother deal. That would be bad, and Carson would be grooming, but not pedophilia, because people don't understand the definition of pedophile, I don't think. But guys, to sum it all up, he could be innocent. He very well could be. And that's what I'm hoping for, of course. Because I think he was just in the mind, he was just being stupid. Caterino really screwed things up with him by cheating on him. I think that's one reason he's really got problems with mental health. But I think once he apologizes, gets the help he needs, then CallMeCarson, he'll be better in the future. That's all I know. So, whoever liked the stream, thank you very much. And in case you haven't been noticing, due to laws of consent in Indiana, where CallMeCarson lives, 16 is actually the age, and since the girl was 17, it would have been technically legal. It totally depends on where this happened. If it's in California, he's in trouble. If it's in Indiana, then it's actually okay. And the thing is, people like they were saying he sent, inappropriate pictures, but there has anyone confirmed that there were pictures? Like the girl came out about this 2 years later. Why didn't she come out about this like right then and there, guys? Like that makes no sense. Is it because Carson's got way more subscribers now? Probably. She wants the attention. She probably wants the money. Maybe it's a possibility. And so, based on this, I think to sum it up, I'll just probably end stream right here, right here, right then, right then, whatever. The point is, technically, he's innocent until proven guilty, of course, and due to the laws of consent in Indiana. Like we said, could have happened in California, but just the odds of that are just so low, guys. And the thing is, Colin Carson's completely unknowing of the laws, and right now he's not focusing on that. He's focusing on his mental health. He's taking antidepressants. He's even apologized to girls on private, guys. I think right now, the only thing he's focused on is his mental health, because right now, with all this happening, Colin Carson's in just a bad place. And I think right now, yeah, if Colin Carson ever sees this, I want to know. See a therapist. See just see someone who can help you. Like what Schlatt did. Like when he was explaining what's going to happen in the situation. Like props to Schlatt, my guy. Like seriously, what he did. Like that's a true friend. That is a true friend. He's just trying to help Carson. That is a true friend. And honestly, if he has friends like that, like Schlatt, then honestly, I think CallMeCarson, 2021 is probably going to be rough for him. But eventually, once he issues, an apology, and once he just starts improving on his health, then guys, he's gonna gain some of those subs because he's just one of these YouTubers who was a good guy. He's done basically nothing wrong. He's done nothing wrong until this point. Until this has been leaked. Like those conversations are the only wrong thing I think he's ever done. And once again, it's technically not confirmed they're true. Allegations. Allegations means that it's just, people think he did this. It's not true. It's technically a theory. We don't even know if those Discord conversations were real or not. And like I said, the girl came out about this almost 2 years later. Like, you didn't come out with it right then and there. What kind of sense does that make other than gaining attention, which is just kind of low? Because you're putting Carson under the bus for this. Well, you can try and get money. That's just low. That's really messed up. Yeah, and it seemed consensual. And in the state of Indiana, it's legal, completely legal. What they did, completely legal. Yeah. So, sum it up, he could be innocent, and technically he is innocent right now until proven guilty. But guys, don't give up on this. Like, based on the laws of consent in Indiana, and based on the time that the girl he was texting with came out, like she came out 2 years later, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. So right now he's innocent. He's innocent right now. Until proven guilty, he's innocent. And even when the evidence comes into light, when we get all the evidence, I still think it's leaning towards the innocent side, guys. Especially if this was in Indiana, like I'll say it again. So I'll end the stream right here and right now. I'm just ending it. Sum it all up. CallMeCarson, he's innocent right now until proven guilty. And once all the evidence comes into light, I think he will, in fact, be proven innocent. That's just my opinion. And that's what we're hoping for. As a fan of CallMeCarson, that's what I want. And so, anyway, to the people who watch the stream, if you enjoyed my take on the situation right now, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot because I would love to spit out this content. Because I honestly, this is just something I like talking about to other people, just due to me being such a big fan of CallMeCarson. And I want people to know my take, and I want to know their take in the comments or chat or whatever. because this is a situation that just means a lot to me. So a like and subscribe, I would really appreciate because I would love to spit out more content on what is happening with Call Me Carson right now because it is something that is very personal to me. Someone who got me through a lot of depression I was going through, a couple years ago, and of course last year with 2020 being just such a crappy year. And his content was the one thing that made me happy. So this means a lot to me. So if you could like and subscribe so I could spit out more of this, it would just mean a lot. And Tomato fam, stay fresh. We'll just end it right here. Bye, guys.